I will never lie to you. I will never tell you something I do not believe. I will always tell you the truth.
That was President Trump on the campaign trail in August 2016, telling the American people he will never lie to them. We are back here with Steve Bannon. Now, you famously kept the whiteboard of presidential promises to keep track of what he was keeping. That's a promise that he obviously broke. He has not always told the truth.
I don't know that. I mean, what I see is he has. I mean, this is another thing to demonize.
Wait, you say the president's never lied?
Not to my knowledge, no.
What about when he says that
except when he called me Sloppy Steve. That's the only time.
What about when he says that the IG report exonerates him of collusion and?
What are you talking about? The IG report? You want to go back to that?
No,
you want to go back. You want to go back. No, you want to go back. You want to go back to the IG report that weaponizes the FBI against Donald Trump?
My point is, he says things that aren't true all the time.
I don't believe that.
Come on.
I think he speaks in a particular vernacular that connects to people in this country.
Let me play you what Mark Sanford said right after he lost Tuesday in his.
Mark Sanford, yeah. The king of the never Trumpers, right?
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at what he said.
There is no seeming consequence to the president and lies, and if we accept that as a society, it is going to have incredibly harmful consequences in the way that we operate going forward.
Look, this is the problem you got. You have a Republican Party establishment, okay, that hates the fact that if you look at the total 2016 primaries of all the anti-establishment candidates, you had basically 84% voted for the anti-establishment, 16% voted for the establishment. Donald Trump is reforming the Republican Party, okay, along the policies, by the way, into a worker-based, more populist, more economic nationalist party. And by the way,
this is about lies and the truth and lies. So the president himself acknowledged that what he said about that Trump Tower meeting was not true. He said, basically it doesn't matter because I told the failing New York Times. I mean, are some lies okay?
I don't know if that's a lie or not, or
you think that's that he dictated?
I think it's a.
I mean, you yourself said the meeting was treasonous.
I said for Paul Manafort. I corrected that later on.
Right, but still,
this is not a meeting I would have taken. I think it was a dumb meeting. It was a stupid meeting. Okay. Well, but this is the thing, Jonathan. With as many, this is the thing. With as many issues, look at this week. Okay, the tariffs, the geostrategic engagement with China, where we're standing up for ourselves, the nuclear situation in North Korea. Okay, the crisis on the southern border.
But credibility hold on. Doesn't it?
The credibility. Look at the institution of the FBI. You know what ought to happen right now? We ought to have another church commission like they had in the 70s. By the way, I'm a right-winger, and I'm saying we should have a church commission. We ought to have a bipartisan commission in the Senate.
Go after the intel community.
And the FBI. By the way, you have to, not to go after them, but right now you need the dry rot in our institutions. Why do people point at Donald Trump for some of the stuff he says? When we have the institutions in this city, are rotted at the core, and we know it. That IG report, which is just a sliver. Remember on the thing on the IG and about this thing right here? That was their government phones. We haven't even gotten to their personal communications. You want to talk about Michael Cohen? Michael Cohen, they took 16 of his BlackBerries, his computers, his kids' computers, okay? In the IG report, they just went to the government phones. You wait to the special prosecutor that will be designated. You wait till they get to the thing. You want to see the dry rot?
Let me nail down.
No, don't go after the splinter in somebody's eye when you're missing the plank, okay? This city's institutions are rotten to the core, and they must be investigated. And that's what Donald Trump came to say. He said, hey, I'm not kicking the can down the road anymore. I'm not going to pass on to the successors to come, regardless of political party, the situations we have in China, the situation we have in Korea, the crisis we have in the southern border. This is what leadership is all about. They say he's a disruptor. This is a guy that's saying, you want to talk about the Trump doctrine? The Trump doctrine is not on my watch. When my watch is over, I will help sort these things out, and we'll kick the can down so that the next president of the United States, regardless of the political party, will have to deal with a crisis in the southern border, and we will finally have our situation with China worked out.
Let me ask you about something you're quoted as saying in the book Fire and Fury by Michael Wolff. You said that the president's longtime attorney, Mark Kasowitz, had paid off many women who claimed to have affairs with the president. Here's the quote from the book. Kasowitz has gotten him out of all kinds of jams. Kasowitz on the campaign, what did we have, 100 women? Kasowitz took care of all of them. Were there
First, I haven't read the book, although the book was designated. Kellyanne Conway and Hope Hicks walked that book through, and everybody was interviewed was burned by then. But I want to talk about that. Kasowitz and Jason Miller and I did work a unit with all those incomings we had. I think 100 is way too much. I think there was like 20 or 25. All of those were refuted. Nothing came in the campaign. Remember, I think after the Billy Bush weekend, I think it was like, I forget, 20 or 25.
Did you know about Stormy Daniels during the campaign?
No. Well, I think something came up about publicly about there was another porn star that was.
But did you know about the payment, the $130,000?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the midterms. How engaged are you going to be? I've seen reports that you're setting up a war room. What's going on?
I've got a C4. We've already got a war room up for messaging, just on policies, right? To make sure Trump's policies are understood, make sure economic nationalism is understood, make sure.
So you're going to be running ads. You're going to be campaigning. You're going to be
running. I think we're going to be putting up ads. We're definitely going to be helping with the ground game, and just to get the issues out. If the issues, look, the Democrats got what they wanted. Okay, they've tried to nullify his election from day one with the opposition party media. Okay, so they did get one thing. They're going to have a do-over. This is Trump's first re-elect. It's going to be this November.
So Trump's on the ballot.
Absolutely, he's on the ballot. He's on the ballot nationwide.
Because there are some Republicans that are acting like he's not on the ballot.
Because the Republicans, by the way, the Republican establishment has spent all this money trying to get people to love the tax cut. And you saw what Charlie Cook went out there to the Republican House guys and said, hey, guys, if you run on that, you're going to lose 40 seats. You put Trump on the ballot. It's very simple. November 6th. Up or down vote. It's a national election, up or down vote in the impeachment of Donald Trump. I tell you why. You get to then look at Trump's economic policies, the growth of the economy. You get to look at what he's doing in national security. You get to look at what he's doing in immigration.
So is Bob Corker right then that the Republican Party has become the cult of Donald Trump?
It's not a cult of Donald Trump.
You're saying basically swear allegiance to
Trump.
Trump.
No, it's absolutely not a cult of Donald Trump. What Trump has done extraordinarily in this country is stepped in here and said, hey, guess what? Things have got to change, and I'm an agent of change. That's why he beat Hillary Clinton. He's just living up to what was on that whiteboard. He's checking boxes. And what he's saying, that's changing the Republican Party from being a donor, by the way, a donor-based party that were running dogs to the donors to now more of a worker-based and middle-class party. That is what Donald Trump has changed.
But a lot of Republicans say you have a very bad record in terms of who you've supported. And I want to play something that you said when you were over in France talking to the National Front over there. Take a listen.
Let them call you racist.
Laissez-vous appeler raciste.
Let them call you xenophobes.
Mais laissez-les vous appeler xénophobes.
Let them call you nativist.
Laissez-vous les appeler nativistes.
Wear it as a badge of honor.
Steve, how can it be a badge of honor to be called a racist?
Okay, here's the thing. You walked into the same trap that BBC walked in, CNN walked into. Just don't take the clip. Look at the lead up to the clip. I was talking specifically about Donald Trump and his policies. I said his economic nationalism doesn't care about your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your gender, your sexual preference. Here's what it cares about, that you're a citizen of the United States of America. We have all-time low unemployment among blacks in this country and 20-year low among Hispanics. The black working class and Hispanic working class are now getting the benefits, okay, of border security and economic
action. Why do you get wrapped up in this stuff?
No, hang on. The lead into that was saying when they can't fight you on the facts, they're going to call you racist. When I first
saying where does a badge of honor?
No. When I first took over the campaign. They said, oh, Trump's going to lose by 20 points. He brought this mad bomber in. He's just going to destroy his enemies on the way down. Hillary Clinton comes off the beach, off the Hamptons, and she gives her identity politics. White nationalism, white racism. And I said at the time, sitting in the war room with the guys, I said, hey, if she runs on that and we continue to press economic nationalism and jobs, okay, and bringing jobs back from China, we're going to run the tables on it, and we did. And that's, by the way, the lead up to that. That's, but by the way, the mainstream media, what BBC did and what you just did, you want to take the last 2 seconds. You don't take the lead up.
Well, it's more than 2 seconds, and it's what you said.
Martin Luther King, I want to realize, he would be proud of what Donald Trump has done for black and Hispanic working class, okay,
I think there are a lot of civil rights leaders that would I adamantly disagree with you on that. But let me, we're almost out of time. I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
The president, of course, you alluded to, called you Sloppy Steve. He said that when you got fired, you not only lost your job, you lost your mind.
Right.
Have you patched things up with the president? When was the last time you spoke to him?
By the way, before I stepped in as CEO of the campaign, I probably talked to Donald Trump 10 times in my entire life. Yeah. Okay? I don't need to talk to Donald Trump. Donald Trump
have you patched things up?
Donald Trump is accomplishing everything he committed to the American people on the campaign that I stepped in as CEO. I couldn't be prouder of the guy. All he's got to do is continue to hit those marks on that whiteboard, and he's going to run the tables. You're not going to do an immigration bill from weakness.
Are you talking to him, though, or are you?
No.
No.
By the way, I talk to him every day through the press and through the media. By the way, he's got too many guys he talks to right now. All he's got to do is listen to his own inner voice. And that's going to lead, write this down, that's going to lead to an astounding victory in November. He is going to run the tables in the House, and he's going to pick up a couple seats in the Senate.
All right, Steve Bannon, thank you for joining us here on This Week.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.